Hello, it's Andy Graham of Hobo Traveler. I wanted to talk about Malcolm Gladwell, and he's got a rule called the 10,000 hour rule. Some of you may have read it, but it basically is in a book called Outliers. I think you could look it up on Wikipedia, it would explain more. But the 10,000 hour rule is something saying that people like Bill Gates put in 10,000 hours worth of concentration before they became good. The Beatles were playing for 10,000 hours in England before they came to the United States and do it. And I want to talk a little bit about travel advice, because I'm going to do a lot of interviews, I think, here in the future. And I want you to always realize that I'm focusing on the 10,000 hour rule in a way. And I didn't realize this until today, but I always call it the 7-year rule. It's like the 7-year itch rule. I believe that until a traveler's been outside the United States for 7 years, they really don't know new cultures. They haven't adapted. What happens is we have cultural shock. We go to a new place, we put on our rose-colored glasses, we think we're in heaven, we romanticize it, and we write a book about it. They do that all in the first month. You'll see a lot of websites where the expat is suddenly trying to tell you how to live in paradise, and he's truly only been there for, like, I don't know, at most 6 months. It's really not. So always take into consideration that I'm going to always be focusing on the people that have lived outside the United States for at least 3 or 4 years, if not. But I'm hoping for 7 or 8, because after 7 or 8, most of them go home. And that's the failure to adapt. Basically, when you're living abroad, you've changed culture. So we know our own culture, and then we have to adapt another culture. So when you move from New York City to Indiana, you would be a different culture. From moving from Indiana to New York is a different culture. So you really can't say they really understand that culture very well until they put their 10,000 hours into it. And there's such a risk in moving abroad, because you're not only moving culture, you're moving languages, you're moving stuff. And immersion, like I will try to always get people that speak the language of the country, because truly immersion is, like, I speak Spanish and I speak French, and that means that I can actually have the capacity to adapt to another place. Okay, so as I do these interviews, I'm going to constantly try to get you to focus and think that I'm consciously making an effort to find people that have some sort of wisdom of spending their 10,000 hours on, on the ground. And it's I haven't read the book, but I'm sure. I just watched the video, and this guy Malcolm Gladwell is just, to me, 100% correct. You basically, if you want to be wise, you're going to find somebody with enough experience that really can't always understand it, but basically they're going to keep themselves out of trouble. And that's the value of these 7-year guys. The guys have been outside the United States for 7 years. They're not going to just romanticize it. They're going to say, oh my God, it's like right now in the background there's noise. It's just part of life. I don't edit this out. I don't try to crisp it up, make everything perfect, because I really want you to realize how dangerous it is to go live abroad. You could really make some very, very radically bad decisions that if you don't speak the language, you don't do it. It's like, people go buy a piece of real estate after being in a country for a month. This is just insane, okay? And I've already spent my 10,000 hours traveling, and I've spent my 10,000 hours being a real estate broker. Okay, focus on this 10,000 hour rule on advice, especially when you're going to change 100% change culture. So like, go to Philippines, or you're going to go to Thailand. I mean, you've got to talk to people that have actually taken the rose-colored glasses off and do it. And that's my interviews are going to be about. So think about it. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Andy Graham, hobotraveler.com. Sign up, and everybody can become a member, so that the people that have got the 10,000 hours in can share with the people that don't have the 10,000 hours, so they don't make some radically bad decisions. That's why I want you to become a member, so we can share in the common knowledge and try to find out who the experts are.